Acetyl-L-Carnitine may reverse age-related cognitive decline and improve memory. It's a synthesized version of L-carnitine, which is a derivative of the amino acids lysine and methionine. Acetyl-L-Carnitine, or ALCAR as it's known, is more bioavailable than L-carnitine. It easily crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it delivers the L-carnitine across cell membranes. L-carnitine is naturally made in your liver and your kidneys, and then it's transported to other tissues, including your brain and your heart. The acetyl-L-carnitine helps to transport fatty acids into the mitochondria, where they're needed for energy metabolism. This fuels your cell's power plants, and it can boost physical and mental energy. ALCAR is a necessary ingredient for acetylcholine formation, and this boosts memory, mental alertness, and fluid thought. The antioxidant properties of acetyl-L-carnitine provide neuroprotective qualities. This boosts brain-derived nootropic factor, and it promotes cerebral blood flow and circulation. L-carnitine is considered a conditionally essential nutrient because when your body uses it faster than it can produce, you need to supplement extra L-carnitine from food or from supplements. The L-carnitine is used throughout your body. Today we're going to talk about the acetyl-L-carnitine form, which affects brain health and chemistry. L-carnitine and acetyl-L-carnitine are often referred to as just carnitine, but each is structurally different and has its own advantages. L-carnitine provides energy for the mitochondria of your cells, but it's not capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier. Supplementing L-carnitine is difficult for your body to absorb. Only around 18% of it reaches your bloodstream. L-carnitine is favoured by athletes and dieters who want the carnitine's fat metabolizing benefits. Acetyl-L-carnitine is easier to absorb and to use by your body. One study showed using 2 grams daily for 50 days boosted the blood acetyl-L-carnitine levels by 43%. Acetyl-L-carnitine does everything that L-carnitine does, but it can also cross the blood-brain barrier. In another study, researchers found that acetyl-L-carnitine protects brain cells from oxidative stress, while L-carnitine does not. Acetyl-L-carnitine boosts brain health and function in several ways. The acetyl-L-carnitine boosts acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter tied to memory and overall brain function. The acetyl-L-carnitine is a precursor to acetylcholine in the presence of coenzyme A. The acetyl-L-carnitine donates a metal group to make the acetylcholine. Alzheimer's disease brains show a 25 to 40% reduction in carnitine acetyltransferase, the brain enzyme that works with L-carnitine and acetyl-L-carnitine. This brain enzyme decline led the researchers to link low acetyl-L-carnitine with low acetylcholine and Alzheimer's onset. They went on to suggest that acetyl-L-carnitine is a viable therapy for brain regeneration. The ALCAR promotes the brain energy by fueling your brain's cells' mitochondria. The ALCAR works as a shuttle transport for fatty acids through the cell membranes, right to the cell power plant, the mitochondria. As the ALCAR shuttles the fatty acids into the mitochondria, it provides the fuel that's burned for energy. And as it shuttles the fatty acids out of the mitochondria, it flushes out toxic byproducts. The ALCAR maintains the mitochondria in nearly every cell of the body. Your brain consumes at least 20% of your body's energy, and it generates a lot of toxic byproducts, so ALCAR is particularly important for a healthy brain. As we get older, our brain chemistry and our energy metabolism changes. Nerve growth factor in the brain declines. Acetyl-L-carnitine levels decline. Acetylcholine declines, and the mitochondria lose efficiency. All of these age-related changes are contributing factors to the neurodegenerative diseases of aging, including Alzheimer's and dementia. Research from the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University shows that acetyl-L-carnitine will restore efficient mitochondrial energy production. It'll replenish age-related changes to the mitochondrial structure, and it'll replenish ALCAR and acetylcholine levels in the brain and the body. ALCAR has the ability to boost acetylcholine and to rejuvenate brain cells, including mitochondria. This has been proven to benefit those with age-related brain diseases like Alzheimer's and major depression. And one animal study conducted in New Delhi showed that acetyl-L-carnitine reduces lipofuscin in the cerebral cortex, the hippocampus, the striatum, and the thalamus. You might not feel ALCAR unless you're elderly or have erectile dysfunction. With those specific groups, the acetyl-L-carnitine helps with memory, mood, mental performance, and the ability to get and to maintain an erection. ALCAR's brain support and its ability to fuel the mitochondria in your brain cells should boost cognition in all ages and both genders. As a nootropic, the ALCAR users report that there's a boost in energy and quick thinking. In one study, researchers showed that ALCAR may have positive effects for depression and dementia. In another study out of Italy, researchers showed that acetyl-L-carnitine stimulated the growth of new neurites. More of these minute projections from nerve cell bodies meant increasing signaling between cells throughout the central nervous system, the brain, and the spinal cord. And a study conducted at the Mount Sinai School of Medicine in New York found that ALCAR has the potential in treating the symptoms of Parkinson's disease by directly affecting mitochondrial respiration and assisting dopamine neurons and the use of dopamine in the brain. A gold standard, double-blind, randomized, controlled trial on 1,204 people showed a significant effect on attention, mental performance, memory, and higher mental function. In this study, acetyl-L-carnitine seemed to ward off further brain deterioration, and it could be considered as a therapy for brain degeneration. Acetyl-L-carnitine slows the rate of cognitive decline. 130 Alzheimer's patients were given acetyl-L-carnitine or placebo daily for a year. They were tested across 14 points of cognitive performance. The research showed a slower decline in cognitive performance with the ALCAR group when compared to the placebo group. Acetyl-L-carnitine has been shown to improve fatigue in patients with chronic fatigue syndrome. In a randomized, double-blind crossover study, 36 people were treated for 3 months with either amantadine, which is used to treat chronic fatigue, or 1 gram of acetyl-L-carnitine twice a day. The results of the study showed that the ALCAR was better tolerated and more effective than the pharmaceutical for the fatigue. Acetyl-L-carnitine protects from the oxidative damage of ecstasy. Research has shown that the ALCAR is effective in protecting your mitochondria from oxidative stress. Male rats were given acetyl-L-carnitine before a dose of ecstasy, or MDMA. The acetyl-L-carnitine pre-treatment exerts effective neuroprotection against MDMA-induced neurotoxicity at the mitochondrial level, said the researchers. In a study, 120 patients were split into 3 groups. Group 1 was given 160 milligrams of testosterone per day. The second group was given 2 grams of propanol L-carnitine plus 2 grams of acetyl-L-carnitine per day, and the third group given a placebo. Turns out the propanol L-carnitine and acetyl-L-carnitine mix was better than testosterone for erectile dysfunction, without the side effects of an enlarged prostate. There was better orgasms, more sexual desire, and improved mood. Acetyl-L-carnitine's suggested dose for cognitive benefits is 1 to 4 grams per day. For improved mood and the elimination of chronic fatigue, 1 to 3 grams per day. For age-related memory concerns, 1 to 2 grams per day. The acetyl-L-carnitine is water-soluble, so it could be taken on an empty stomach with water. Acetyl-L-carnitine is produced naturally in the body, so it's considered well tolerated and safe. Side effects are rare, but they can include nausea, vomiting, increased agitation, weight loss, and restlessness. You can also see an increase in seizure frequency if you have any kind of seizure disorder. Acetyl-L-Carnitine is especially helpful for those who are suffering from age-related cognitive decline. Studies show that it helps to stop or reverse brain degeneration with Alzheimer's disease and depressive disorders, particularly in the elderly stages of the disease. It's suggested a starting dose of 500 milligrams a day. Acetyl-L-Carnitine is a great complement to a stack that includes paracetam. Make sure to add a choline source such as alpha-GPC or CDP-choline at a ratio of 1:4. Example, 1 gram of alpha-GPC to 4 grams of paracetam. Taking enough choline to eliminate a racetam-induced headache from a choline deficiency. And then add 500 milligrams of acetyl-L-Carnitine. Many say when the acetyl-L-Carnitine is added to the paracetam stack, the paracetam stack can be taken for a lot longer before a tolerance is built up, therefore getting maximum benefits for cognition. Some have found that acetyl-L-Carnitine, when stacked with coenzyme Q10, has a profound effect on everything from mood to bipolar disorder, especially when it's also combined with alpha-lipoic acid. An acetyl-L-Carnitine alpha-lipoic acid stack was shown in mice to increase lifespan.